Welcome to my channel. It's your girl Funmilayo Fagbemi. I want to specially welcome you to the first episode of the Law in Practice. Okay, this first episode, okay, I'll target part 1, Law in Practice part 1. Okay, this particular episode is dedicated to some special people to me. Oh, these people are so dear to my heart. Okay, they are my younger colleagues. We have at some point or the other worked together, and I love them so much. They are no longer with me, but then I love them, and this particular episode is dedicated to them and to all young lawyers, especially the new wigs in Nigeria and the new graduates of law school in Nigeria. We are so happy to have you among us. Welcome to the biggest and best bar in the whole world. We love you and wish you a very successful practice of law in Nigeria. In this video today, we will be talking about how to ensure a successful law practice in Nigeria, especially for new wigs. Okay, I have at some points in my legal practice mentored some young lawyers. Okay, and I've always wanted to do this, but then I was always skeptical about the time. Will I have the time? Will I be able to just sit down and do this? Okay, but then the passion to pass across some tips, some gist about law practice to younger lawyers, okay, prompted me, okay, to actually start this. And I hope and I wish and I'll try my best to always dish out good, nice topics, okay, nice content on this channel to young lawyers and other lawyers that are actually interested in any discussion whatsoever on legal practice in Nigeria. Our first point will be, do not skip pupillage. Okay, we all know what pupillage is, right? Pupillage is that period of time when after call to bar, you are a new wig, you are freshly, called to bar in Nigeria, okay, that you attach yourself, you work with a particular law firm, and it's already established law firm, okay, you have seniors there, you have some okay, of lawyers, where they will have seniors that will put them through the acts of legal practice. Okay, so please don't skip it. It's actually very important. Okay, we know you have a right to actually be called to bar today, open your firm, and start working, practicing law. You have the right, and it's actually allowed because we are all holding the same certificate no matter how long we are in practice. But then it is better to actually go through pupillage. It is very better to learn from people that have done it, people that have been in practice, people that have seen some aspects that are different from the theoretical aspect we learn in school. Please, as a young lawyer, please don't skip pupillage for anything. I used to advise at least suggestion, okay, I used to advise at least 2 years, or even more if you can afford it. Just do it. Okay, most of the time when you are on pupillage, you don't get paid. You get underpaid sometimes. There are so many things that discourage young lawyers from actually going into pupillage and actually trying pupillage. But then we should not look at this. We should look at the future benefit of it. It's actually very important to go to pupillage because you will learn a lot. You learn a lot from like 2 or 3 lawyers, from different lawyers, and by that time by the time you are done, you want to open your own firm, you will have the required, necessary experience, to go far, in legal practice. Please, the first point is, do not attempt to skip pupillage. It is not advisable. Second point will be, try litigation. Okay, litigation is the act of going to court to defend, to put up a case for your client in court. Okay, you can either defend or file a case for your client or whatever. Okay, so this litigation is when you actually go to the courts to actually put up issues, to settle issues, to put up issues, to defend your clients, to represent your clients in the court. Please try on litigation. Try litigation is actually a very good thing to do. Okay, as a lawyer, being a lawyer in practice, being a lawyer called to the Nigerian bar, the most prestigious thing is, okay, appear before the court, announce your appearance, all those things. Don't miss out on it, even if not specialize in litigation at the end of the day. But then at least for the first years, okay, of your practice, it is advisable to try litigation. At least you have the experience, at least you have the background, experience, even if you're not going to be doing it for a long time, but then you will know you have done it before, and if need come for you to do it, you will be able to do it. Okay, so the second point is that you try litigation. It is actually very important to do. Our third point will be that you should actually work with a firm that deals with all aspects of law, okay? Corporate practice, litigation, property practice, aviation, banking, and all the aspects of law that we're taught in school. Try to make sure you attach yourself to a firm that does almost, if not all, almost all, these aspects, so that will be very vast, when you want to start your own law practice. Try to attach yourself to not a firm that does only litigation. There's some firms that are strictly into litigation, they just do this. But meanwhile, when you are into litigation, all these other aspects can actually come, but then you can't predict. They might come, they might not come. Okay. So our fourth point would be learn how the court works. By the court, I mean the court officials, okay, the registry, the clerks, the bailiffs of the court. By the time you even attach yourself to a law firm, for pupillage, there is no way your seniors will not ask you to go and, file processes, do this in court, do that in court, go and pick dates for cases and other stuff, you understand? So in the course of doing this, in the course of your pupillage, you will learn. You must be interested in learning how the court works, okay? Learn how the registry works, learn how the clerks, learn how they work, You have to be respectful to these people, If you are not respectful, if you don't know how they work, if you are just trying to I'm a lawyer, I want this and that and all, even the beliefs, if you don't work with these people, in good accord, they can actually frustrate your practice. Trust me, they can frustrate your practice. While doing this, you are not supposed to be subservient to them, okay? But then just be very polite and learn how, it works, so that, you'll be able to take your stand when time comes, when they want to do, they want to try to mix things up for you. But then when you know how these things work, when you know how the procedure and all, your way around the court, okay, you'll be able to take a stand, and stand your feet that this is how it is. Our fifth point will be that you should get yourself well equipped, okay? Get yourself well equipped with laws, Get yourself well equipped. You need your constitution, okay? You need the constitution, you need the FREP rules, you need the evidence acts, all these laws, You cannot do without all these laws in practice, okay? So make sure you have your personal one. And make sure you have the rules of court too, okay? Because each court has their rules, Make sure you have the rules of courts, the customary court rules, the magistrate court rules, Have the laws. Then the ACJA and ACJL for criminal litigation too. Please try to have all this, The evidence act is actually very important, The constitution, especially the evidence act, okay, and the rules of court. These are very, very important. If you have all these laws, nobody would be able to make your, practice difficult. Nobody can make it difficult for you. When you have all these things, and you can refer to them, it's not about having them, it's about getting yourself interested, in them and looking at them and studying them, knowing what, they have, those laws, and the rules provides, okay? Please get yourself well equipped. It will help your practice. It will go a long way in ensuring a successful law practice for you. Sixth secret will be always dress well. When you talk the part, always dress the part, okay? We are lawyers, the most prestigious, profession in the whole world, okay? So you have to hold yourself very high, okay? You have to make sure you dress well every time. Even when you are going to court, when you are not going to court, make sure you dress well, okay? Especially when you are going to court. It actually helps. Dressing well actually is not negotiable. It's not negotiable in this profession. You see some lawyers, they'll be looking tattered, they'll be looking, they will look rough. Their bib will be, their collarette, their bib will be brown, almost brown, instead of white. Okay, please don't be like that. The way you dress is the way you'll be addressed. You know that, okay? And your dressing goes a long way to tell people who you are, and how successful your law practice is. And even your confidence, your dressing will add to your confidence. When you are well dressed, okay, you'll be able to stand anywhere, your confidence level will be boosted with your dressing, You'll be able to stand anywhere, you'll be able to carry yourself well, before clients and even the court. Okay, please try to make sure you dress well at all times. It is very, very, in fact, it's not negotiable. It is not optional. You have to dress well. By dressing well, it doesn't mean you have to go and break the bank or buy expensive clothes. No, you can buy cheap clothes. Make sure they are clean, always neat, ironed, carry yourself with grace, even when things you are wearing are not expensive. It does not need to be expensive. Most of the time, I don't wear very expensive things, okay? But then when you carry yourself, when you make sure they are ironed, they are well tailored, all these things, like you will look even finer than people that wear expensive things that are not well, arranged, well tailored. Seventh point will be, this one is actually very, very important. Do not be afraid to make mistake as a young lawyer. Oh, I'm telling you from personal experience, don't be afraid to make mistake, because you will make mistake. When you are even afraid, that is when you make a whole lot of mistake. So it's better for you to, like, don't be afraid to miss. Even while trying to be the best you can be, try to study well, be well prepared before going to court. After going through all this, you can make mistakes in court. When you get to court, the real practical aspect. Okay, maybe in your corner in the office, you have read a lot, you overnight, you studied overnight and all these things. At the end of the day, when you get to court, you can still make some silly mistakes. It happens. Please don't be afraid. When you are when you are trying to be very careful, you become very careless. Okay, so don't be afraid to make mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes. I've made a lot of mistakes, and I will still make mistake. I know that. Even when I say make mistake in court, okay. So we are not infallible. We are human. So don't be afraid to make mistake, but be ready not to make the same mistake twice. Okay. When you make a mistake in court today, please try to note it, so that you go and work. When you get home, you work on it, so that that same mistake will not repeat itself again, and you'll be a better lawyer for it. Okay. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. People make mistakes, and there's no way. By the time you are trying to be very cautious, in fact, you become careless and you keep on making mistakes, blunders, and these things are not really excusable for lawyers. I've made my own mistakes. I've learned from them. It has made me a better lawyer today. So I want to dish you this secret. Please don't be afraid to make mistakes. We all make mistakes, okay? Okay, but then don't make blunders and don't stay in your blunders. Okay, when you make mistake, own up to them. Correct it. Against next time. I always learn from other people's mistakes in court too. Other people will make mistakes in court. The court will always correct. That's our court, especially in where I practice. Our court corrects you. They correct you politely. So when another lawyer is being corrected, please try to observe, take notes in court. So that the same mistake that other lawyer made, you will not make it. Please don't be afraid to make mistake. It will happen. It will always happen. So don't be too rigid. Okay, be very flexible. Our 8th point will be. We all know that in law practice, there is seniority at the bar. When you are called to bar in the morning, and that person is called in the afternoon, that person is already your senior, and that person is supposed to call their case before yours, sits in court before you, okay? That is how strict the seniority is at the bar, okay? There's seniority at the bar, okay? So young lawyers, be very, very respectful, okay? Be very respectful, not only to your colleagues, to the court, to the clerks, even to the bailiff, to any officer of the court. Try to be very respectful. It will go along. People are watching you, okay? You don't have to be rude, arrogant, I'm brilliant, I'm this, I'm that, I ride the best cars and all. No, please, you have to be very respectful. It will go a long way in helping you have a very successful law practice. But while being respectful, try not to be subservient. Don't be subservient. Don't be timid. Don't be a pushover. Don't be. Let your confidence show. Let your confidence show, please. When other lawyers see that you are not confident in yourself, when they see that you are timid, you are not even bold enough to, you are just always shaky, you are always anxious, all these things. Tell on your face. And when the other lawyer, the lawyer on the other side, sees that you are like that you are not bold, you are not confident and all, they will use it against you, my dear. They will definitely use, I'm talking from experience, they will use it against you when they see you are not bold. So the first thing you have to guard yourself with is your confidence. Always stand tall, always stand tall and be ready to, to face whatever comes. Even when you are making mistake, own up to the mistake, and still be bold. Don't let any mistake you make in court shake you to the extent of losing your balance. Okay, I've seen a lot of things happen in court, and but because you make a mistake, maybe your mistake is pointed out and all, you just get shaken, and at the end of the day, in fact, your case, you just spoil your case at that point. No, No, because we have already discussed not, being afraid to make mistake. So if you are not afraid to make mistake, you'll be bold about it. Okay, my lord, I take the hint of the court. Okay, or whoever advises you or corrects you. Okay, just take it and still maintain yourself, still stand up tall and be very bold. Please don't be subservient. Without clients, there's nothing like practice. Without clients, you just be a lawyer by call. You are called to bar, but then you don't have clients. What's a lawyer without clients? Okay, so this point is you should build trust with your clients. Okay, try to build trust with your clients, because our profession is actually highly competitive now. It is highly competitive. We have a lot of lawyers. We have to admit that. Okay, we have a lot of lawyers are being called to bar. People are coming to join the profession. People are already there. Seniors are there, and we are just coming. So we have to step up our game. Try to build trust with your clients. The few clients that come to you, oh, the law, this that. Okay, try to build trust with them. Don't be money driven. Okay, don't be material driven. Try to build trust with them. Let them trust you. Let them always want to call you, okay, for their issue. Let them always want to call. Let them be able to rely on you. Let them see that you are really passionate about their matter. Not because they want to pay you. Okay, let me just get paid. I'm paid to do this. I'm paid to do. No, please be very passionate about it. And let them see you are passionate about their matter. When they see that, they will trust you. And even after that case, they will still call you. They will refer you to other people. That is how to build clientele. Number 10 point. This secret, please, it's very, very important too. Make sure you network with other lawyers. Okay, don't say this person is a junior. There are sometimes you almost reach a dead end in practice. You will like, what will I do at this point? You have to network with your colleagues. Okay, network with other lawyers. It will go a long way to help you have a seamless law practice. Work with other lawyers. You can pick your phone, call them, have a cordial relationship with them. Ask them questions. They will also ask you questions. That's how this profession. That's the beauty of this profession. Okay, you work with your with your colleagues, work with your seniors, SANs. Try to mingle with them. Try to interact with them. Try to network with them. Okay, even if you are not really cordial, you're not, you can always walk to these people. These people are always, from experience, I've seen that especially the senior members of the bar, they are always, willing to put you through as young lawyers. So please don't isolate yourself in practice. Try to mingle with other lawyers. Try to network with other lawyers. Okay, and make sure you keep yourself trendy. The law changes. It's dynamic. So please try to keep yourself, keep up with the trend, in legal practice. The new things are coming, try to not be at the back seat. Don't be at the back seat. Try to keep yourself updated all the time, keep up with the trend and network with other lawyers. It is very, very important, to help you have a seamless law practice. And the last but not the least point, in fact, the most important point is that is that you should pray always. Young lawyers, old lawyers, every lawyer, try to pray. Make prayer a very important aspect of your life that you cannot do without. Okay, please pray before you go to court. Pray before handling any matter. Okay, it does not mean you win all matters. Okay, it does not mean you will win, but then God will be with you throughout. Okay, God will be with you. God will make you come out victorious. Please try to pray. Make prayer a habit. Make it a habit to pray always before going to court, after court. Pray. It's only God that guarantees success. Even after going through all this, secret I have dished out, all these 10 steps, 10 tips I have dished out in this video, if you neglect God, if you don't put God first, then I don't know, because He's the author and finisher of all blessings, okay, and the giver of all blessings. I don't know. Please don't make prayer an option in your practice life. Pray always, and God will bless the work of your hand. If you have watched this video from the beginning to this point, I want to say a very, very, very big thank you to you for vibing with me in this episode of Law in Practice. Thank you very much for sticking around, and please, I'll be coming out with so many law gists, okay, legal practice gists, okay. In fact, we'll be talking about law issues. So many content will be actually, dished out on this channel, please try to continue to, to watch my videos, and please subscribe, press the notification button so that you will be notified when I upload another video, which will be very, very soon. Love you guys. Thanks for coming around. Thanks for sticking around. I love you. Bye.